We are
Episode 9?
back. We are back live
Yes.
in the house.
On Groundhog's Day. Did you hear anything about it?
It's funny. I saw this one post where it was like an alligator. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, the alligator saw his shadow. 12 more months of Florida.
Seen that one too, and I seen one with a palm tree also. But I went ahead and Googled the real scoop,
Okay.
and Flatiron Phil, I think is what they call the groundhog. But he did see the shadow, and it will be 6 more weeks of winter. But not here in Florida.
Like, what do you think that is? I think that's some like crazy like bullshit. Like, oh, the gopher saw his shadow.
Groundhog.
The
Yeah, but
groundhog
you got to
saw
think like that's like in Pennsylvania, and like think back to like early 1800s, more villagey, and that particular
right.
area had that little tradition or whatever, and I think it just caught on. Now, don't quote me on any of that, because I don't know if that's how it started, but that seems reasonable.
And it's just like I feel like these people they had such crazy thoughts and notions already to begin with, and then you know I'm sorry, we're already gonna get off topic,
Yeah.
but this comes into a great topic that I had. You know how they say that the liberals are like own the media and stuff like
Mhm.
that? Okay. So what I was thinking about is before like the media, all these like companies, they like could do whatever they want and there was no news outlet to get out to what people wanted to do.
Yeah, it was definitely easy to control like the media then.
So then I feel like if people did start it kind of made me think of the whole Ed Reed situation and stuff. It's like people don't like when the truth gets out.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, liberals run the media. It's like, okay,
Well, have
but
you ever argued with a liberal? Have you ever argued with yourself at the mirror? It's
it,
probably a pretty quiet conversation. They just like shut up and walk away.
am I a liberal?
For this joke, yes.
I
But
mean, I could very well be a liberal, but I I just like
I
it's
think
like
you're
what does that
not.
mean?
I
Because
think
I'm definitely not conservative, but
that's like me,
nah,
man.
I was gonna say I'm not even conservative with my money. I invest a lot.
That is conservative.
Is it?
Yeah, conservatives want bread and good Christian values and no abortions.
Well, then I guess I'm conservative.
Mm. All right. Well, moving on. Before we get going,
Sorry. Before we get going, this is a great
oh,
roast, by the way.
oh, thank you, John.
So what would you call this thing?
Well, this is a French roast that I made.
Is it like is it coffee?
Yeah, it's coffee. It's
Okay.
well, it's like a glass cylinder, like maybe like a foot tall, like this thick.
Mm-hmm.
And you put the grinds directly in there.
Mm.
Starbucks French roast.
Is that what this is? Starbucks?
Yeah. And
I'm a little
then
disappointed.
you boil. What are you talking about? This is great. Yeah, you boil the water, put it in there, put the little lid on. It's got like a screen that sits on the top.
I
And you put
wanted it to be from like Colombia or something like that.
it probably is. Like they're not growing the beans in Seattle. But then you boil the water in a pot separately. And then you pour it in there, put the lid on, let it sit for 4 minutes, and then you push the screen down, and that's a French press. And that's a luxury item,
Why where's the French part come from? Is that where they started doing it?
I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're a little more classy there too. So, and they
Are they?
they got strong allegedly, and they have strong coffee as well, allegedly as well.
Okay. So welcome to the podcast. This is episode 9. Man, we're doing pretty good, bro.
Yeah,
We're moving along. These weeks are going on. Like I can't even believe it's episode 9.
yeah, and the views are coming in.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, I want to talk about our sponsor, one of our sponsors,
Nice.
Flagler Precision Painting.
Hey, Flagler.
Now, I'm going to sound like Rocky and Rocky 1 reading this. Some of y'all will get the reference, but here it goes. Is your home in need of some fresh updating? Flagler Precision Painting is here to meet your desired look. Flagler Precision Painting, LLC, is a quality boutique residential commercial painting company offering interior, exterior painting as well as epoxy floor coating, located right here in Flagler County, John. And their goal is to provide the best service promptly with the highest quality standards when it comes to upgrading your home. Free estimates. And how can they reach them, John?
So you can go to Flagler Precision Painting on Facebook, and you can also click the link that we're gonna have in our post. So
Okay.
just be ready for that going on. And I love epoxy floors, man.
You said that last time. You want to get an epoxy coffin or epoxy lined coffin.
I did not say
You
that.
said something similar to that.
I did
like
not
lay
say
me
that.
down and die on there or something.
Epoxy coffin would be hard though.
Yeah.
But like, well, imagine doing a whole epoxy room.
Like the walls and everything.
Yeah. Is that a
Can you put the? I don't think so. I think they like have to pour it and it dries like level. So I don't even know if you could get a wall. Maybe we should holler at them about this background because as people will notice, there's still no updates to the set area.
Hey, but we have some ideas coming. I think we have a possible guest.
All right.
But
Well,
we have some ideas coming, and one great thing about it is we have so much room. I feel like I like this because we can even back it up some. We're gonna take these things down, and it's all white right now, but soon you're gonna see it.
yes. So I wanted to do it a little bit differently this day. I mean,
Okay.
today on this one. I'm going to go through like a few selected local topics
Okay.
and we'll talk about it a little bit, but it'll be more it is what it is. So there was another bomb threat at Matanzas High School. Now I read the article.
What, this really happened? There was another one?
Yeah, was that today, baby? Or yesterday? No, I think it was today. Actually, yeah. They said that they think it's the same kid based on how it sounded, but they still don't know who it is.
So he's still on the loose, or did he get out, or
He got that thrill of
he got caught and then he.
nah. He ain't get caught, man. He got that thrill.
Nobody
of
got caught?
No, heck no.
Wow.
He used the fake number and did the swatting thing. It's funny because we mentioned swatting, and in the article that I read today, it mentioned swatting as well.
It's crazy that nobody got caught. That's a problem because people are going to keep doing it.
Can local law enforcement keep up with global technology? I would say probably not. So that's that.
Scoot down some. Ty.
There so apparently there's been a mulch fire in Favoretta, which is in the country here, and this is the first I've heard about it, but it's been happening since November 26th, and they said it was like an acre large fire to even begin with, and they put over 100,000 gallons on the first day, and that was back in November 26th, I think is when it started. So they're working on that. They're working hard. In the article, they mentioned a lot about the smoke pollution, and I really haven't noticed the smoke. So I think they're doing a good job with that. The talks about the new pier are coming back out. They're going to keep the first 100 feet of the pier, and then the rest of it is going to be 11 feet higher, and they want it to be 5 feet wider concrete. And hopefully they're going to be starting that in 2024. And they have an ambitious goal to finish it within a year. So we'll see how that goes. All right. All right, another one. All right, so this is kind of a funny story, and I don't know like how it went down, but some girl comes home from work, right? And there's a dude in her house, and I guess she'd been messing with the guy for a minute, but he's known her for years. So she calls the cops, and they come there, and she told the police that he wasn't supposed to have access to the place. And anyway, I guess he stashed some coke, and then she told him it was his coke, and that he said that he brought the coke there to set her up. Now he says
There's
that
a pair of headphones in that thing right there.
he said that he was mad because she sniffed up all her coke and he wouldn't give her any of his coke.
Man.
So she got all salty. So, but I don't know if that makes sense. As why he break in? That's why he said he was gonna break in and plant the coke there to get her busted. So she didn't catch a charge, but he got possession and burglary.
So he admitted it to 2 crimes, basically.
He sounds like it. And then he
I was gonna say, scoot over to where like that pillow is. Sorry, dude.
come on, bro.
Scoot, keep going. That's the bad. Can you get a towel, please? Put the-
It's fine, man. Like
I was saying, there's like more room on the couch over there.
all right, so that's that. And then the second crime report is that
Wait, I'm trying to I'm trying to talk about what you got going on over there, but we're like squished over here. If you can look at the camera screen right there, Dave. This is like a behind the scenes moment. Like, we got room. Thank you, sir.
this should have been done in advance, bro. I can't work like this.
It's okay.
I can't work like this.
Yeah, talk about it, please. Move this tripod right here because there's nothing on it, little Dave, right in front of you.
Jeez.
And then move his mic stand down.
And you spilled my coffee, bro. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell the people too.
Tell him.
When I was making these French presses, I filled them to the top, right? And I say, John, come over here and suck some off the top, so you don't spill it in transit, right?
And I said, pause.
So this dude, he spills coffee all over the damn kitchen floor. And then
There we go. Now we
go
got more room.
Then we go start a podcast and
Knock it
knock
over
some coffee on
again.
my pants.
All right.
I don't think these are working. I don't know if it's hitting in right or what.
Oh, I got you. Hold on.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
All right. We are here. Sorry, Dave. So let's go back to this situation because it's like,
Yeah, let's bring it back.
yeah, bring it back real quick. But we're here and we got our boy Ty with us in the
All right,
house.
so where we at? Buddy broke in. Yeah, she's just lucky. Well, you know, like, what's up with these dudes just thinking they could do whatever they want to chicks, though, too? Like, I noticed that every week we're talking about something with some guy.
Yeah, this is real.
It's like,
This is real beta male energy.
yeah, and it's like, why is he going over to her house? Like, and who does that? I'm mad at you because you sniffed on my coke, so I'm gonna call the police on you. That don't sound true. Doesn't sound true at all. I feel like that was like some stupid excuse he just thought of on the scene to somehow make it okay.
How old is he? How old is the dude?
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
get into all that, but I know something else, and this is actually two things. It's February, Black History Month.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what other month it is?
Yeah, Ty, listen to this. They put something in with Black History Month.
Oh, yeah.
Now, has Black History Month had the monopoly on February this whole time?
They gave us the leftovers
The coldest month. Take this.
and the shortest month.
Like, y'all complained about being hot for so long that we're gonna give you the coldest month. Now,
That only makes sense.
that's like a slavery joke, man. Working in the sun all day, blah blah. No. Wah, wah,
Racist.
Yeah, but that was like funny racism, not offensive racism.
Yeah.
All right, so what is the other month that it is?
It is Teen Dating Violence Month.
Oh, yeah, that's something.
Teen dating.
Yeah, and this is new. Biden just started it. Apparently, there's a real problem with it, and I say that too because I found out about it because of a local story where a dude's 18 got in a fight with his 16-year-old girlfriend, and in the article, I guess he didn't really beat her up, but I think it was like some pushing or something like that. They said it wasn't too bad, but they charged Buddy with felony child abuse, and that's a
Wait, so because he was 18,
yeah.
felony child abuse? I
Yeah.
guess it is. That is what it is. She's under 18.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be messing with her anyways.
They had been dating for like 7 months, so he could have been like just turned 17. I don't know. Like nobody brought up the issue about the ages except for the violence and the age difference.
Um, yeah, like you said, I feel like that's soft anyways if guys hit girls. And it's like, I don't. Okay, but one thing I will say is if a girl hits me, I think I will hit her back. I think I will.
Now, you talking face punch or
Like, like
what's the threshold for retaliation?
I just touching me violently.
Damn,
You know what I mean?
John.
Like if she slapped me in the face, like I might like, knock her the fuck out.
And now, as just the general reaction, like
It's not even like a general. I'm like, I think it's premeditated at this point. You know what I mean? But like, I don't. That's not. That's like, I would never hit a woman in the beginning. But like, don't hit me. That goes for guys or girls. But guys or girls. You know
well,
what I
I
mean?
feel that, man. I feel like if a girl does hit you, it's kind of assumed to be okay because like okay, you could take it, but that should be hurting, man.
Right. But I also wouldn't do it in a privacy of just us. Cause she's gonna be knocked out and then it's gonna be like it's gonna be like a bad song, you know what I mean? But like if it's out in public or something like that, like she gonna wake up like, what the fuck? Did people be cleared from the basketball game? But
Yeah.
what's the next topic, Lil Dave?
So on our YouTube, it looks like we got one of our ads blocked out.
Oh my god.
See that goes back to what you were saying earlier with the liberal censorship.
Ty, check this out. So the name of our podcast was We Are Martin Luther King's Dream, right? And we were talking about Martin Luther King and how he's a Republican and stuff. And YouTube said that it got restricted because that's a sensitive topic. Like we're not allowed to talk about black people.
Oh, damn. You think you got flagged? Like you think somebody reported you, or do you think?
Nah.
Just
So what they said was that right now they're doing like a transcript of this, you know, like they're for like closed captions and everything like that. And there were certain words put together that we did that they said weren't allowed in their system. And then it showed me some of the words and it was just like, this right here is a sensitive topic to a certain group of people. That's not allowed. I'm like, damn.
I feel like we didn't really say anything outlandish anyway.
Nah, I don't think so either.
and that's what I'm wondering about. Like, what was the words? Like, what is y'all?
I mean, we talked about race in general, so I mean,
I think you can email them and ask them about that, and they'll tell you.
Yeah, but you know, it's funny because I keep on just wanting it to be that we said Martin Luther King was a Republican.
Trip. That's why I asked you if you got flagged or not. But that's crazy though. Like, kind of how everything on YouTube, like they're really censoring a lot of stuff. Like, you know, on every scale, it seems like.
yeah, and it all started with like Alex Jones. Really, I think that's when it really,
Oh yeah, he set it off.
yeah. And then they did Trump, and then some other people too. I've already forgotten about him.
So yeah, that's bullshit though. They blocked our YouTube video. They won't really let it get any like more views or promotions or anything. But it's all good. We don't need their advertisement anyways. What we got next?
So you said something about Ron DeSantis and China with the fentanyl.
Okay, this is a good subject right here. So Ron DeSantis, he made a video, and what it pretty much was saying is that most of the fentanyl is coming from China, and they're then going through Mexico up through the southern border to pretty much distribute it through America. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now that I don't want to say it's a crock of shit, but it really reminds me of is like there's weapons of mass destruction in Iraq and stuff like that, you know, so where it's like strumming up reasons to start a war with somebody, get us feeling a certain type of way. It's just like it's too specific. And then I honestly feel like, not even in a bad way, but like I feel like number one, you can make fentanyl here in America, and number two, it's like I'm not saying China is not trying to do that, but to say that that's the number one problem, that's a stretch, and I think it's just like
Well,
feeding into
I mean,
people.
but so many people OD on fentanyl that the lifespan of has went down when you average it out. And I'm gonna say this too. I seen this video the other day, or like a little short or something, and it was like some like heroin addict guy, and he was talking about how a few years ago, and I don't know all the specifics on this. This is just a little clip that I watched of some junkie guy that made a video, and he was saying that like U.S. jerked China out of like a couple billion, and so they started lobbying in all these different countries to like stop the heroin production, so they could make the fentanyl and ship it and get the money that way. So it seems a bit legit because think about there's a lot of money in drugs, man. Like that's billions and billions and billions of dollars. And then you know, speaking about war with China though, America will start a proxy war with China over Taiwan, like they're doing in Ukraine. They'll do that, and warfare is like different. Like that could be Chinese warfare right now against us.
I agree. That is a warfare. Same with like the TikTok and stuff like that. But like, I would even say like this America stuff is propaganda as well. Just like how they feel there's warfare going on. Like, I think saying it's coming from China is an easy cop out.
But even Trump a few years ago was saying that he was trying to tell China to stop producing so much fentanyl. And I don't remember how that ended up working out. I guess not well because if it's still coming in like that.
You know, but this is another thing. I looked it up, and fentanyl, number one, started off somewhere else. I believe it was Scotland. But also, it's like, it's patented and it's used in hospitals as anesthesia. Like, Big Pharma is not going to stop making fentanyl.
But you know, you said why don't they make it in America? Because I don't think you could like actually run a lab and probably acquire the supplies that you need to make it without going undetected by the DEA in America. So it's probably easier just to do it in another country and ship it over.
I don't know if I agree with that, man. Like you're saying, like it's not as easy to make it here in America.
Well,
like,
I mean, you could probably make it, but if the DEA is watching, like, and you're trying to make tons of it, and you obviously need certain supplies. Like, you know, people that make meth, they'll send people out to like the pharmacy and buy those ephedrine pills. So they started actually making people write their names down on that. And that's a whole market right there too of people who make meth. You could sell them your ephedrine because you can only buy so much, and it's logged. All of it's logged. So I don't know exactly what the ingredients in fentanyl are, but I imagine that it contains some kind of substance that you got to make it out of, and it could probably be tracked. And I don't know if you could do all that and make tons of it in America without it being detected.
okay.
Because you got to think in China, and if they are making it in Mexico too, like how we talked about last week, how some in other countries, like those big cartels are like kind of the government in a sense, like 'cause they're just bringing in so many billions of dollars. So yeah, we can have that factory, and they're gonna stop our shipments. So, I don't know.
Possibly, I guess.
But I will say
man.
he could have. He didn't really because I watched the interview too. He didn't really try to like demonize Mexicans at the border, though. He was just kind of. He didn't even mention that. It was just like coming across the border Chinese.
I guess, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate everybody watching this podcast. If you could, please share it. Please. Thank you, everybody. What we got next, Lil Dave?
What does it say? The You People movie? You were talking with him earlier.
Oh, nah, Dave wants to save it for next week. I want to finish the movie. I fell
I
asleep.
didn't finish it.
Okay, that's not my fault.
I heard it was good though.
Hey,
So I'm
put
just
put L's or W's in the comments for the You People movie.
I heard it was good.
Oh shit.
Turn your volume down. This guy over here. Yeah, man.
Whoa.
L's or W's.
Hold up.
I'm just
You made
kidding.
me scoot over as Bill Bobby. You know what I mean? You give me this.
But yeah, we're gonna skip the you people one for this week. We're gonna give everybody one more week to watch the movie, and then we're gonna talk about it.
So I know he wanted to talk about the WAPO database. What do you know about that?
I don't know anything about that.
Oh, well, I wanted to talk about two topics with that. Was Tyree Nichols,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, the Memphis situation.
Yeah, well, he got beat by the police. Now, with that being said, it's obviously fucked up, but I seen the video too. And
I didn't want to watch it. I didn't watch it.
yeah, they stomped that dude out, man.
Did you watch it?
No.
Yeah, it was fucked up. But I'm glad that it was 5 black cops that did it instead of like some white cops. For several reasons.
Okay.
Because if it would have been white cops, they just would have been talking about white cops. And then it would have separated the police accountability from, oh, it's just a white cop. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because now that brings us to my next point, which is the Washington Post police murder database said 2022 was the highest year on record of police killing people.
What do you think?
So
about
that's why it can't be about, oh, these white cops, these cops. Now we could just talk about police and the overreach. And how I was saying like a month ago or so about how Rick Stolley calls it the war room.
Mm-hmm.
And like, how you going to call it that when all these police murders, obviously there's something going on and it's got to get stopped. They need more accountability. So hopefully, and too, I hope it still gets a lot of traction though. Because think about like George Floyd over there, that got like mad traction. And there was like some.
See, this is sorry, but let me cut you off right there. This is the difference, and this is what I feel like is also being overlooked. It's okay when it was like, let's say it's a white officer that happens. Usually it's like, oh, they're put on paid administrative leave. But these guys, oh, they're fired.
Oh yeah, they thought.
So it's like it's still even some racism going on in it, or what it seems like. There's I hate when everything's racism. Like that seems like racism.
Yeah,
to me.
but
so it's
what
like
about,
I'm not.
what about the
copping-
police though? You know what I mean? Let's talk about the police and not just racism.
Well, this is no. What I'm trying to explain to you is the anger and the rioting was over the unfair. Like we wanted them to just fire them off rip, just like they did with this kid. So they did that with this kid. So you're not going to get rioting in the streets. You're like, oh, there's justice. They killed him and they got kicked off and they're going to prison. That's how it's supposed to go. That's how it should go for every cop.
All right.
And I believe like the friction between cops and people, it was like never been a race thing. It's never been like it's not like, oh, we hate white cops. It's just that people just hate cops, whether they're black or white. You know what I'm saying? Like it just happens when a lot of that stuff gets brought out to main media and stuff. They just happen to be white.
But I mean, but do you feel like it's like politicized, like to
Possibly.
like start that narrative? And that's why I was just saying that I was happy because it's an opportunity to not be politicized and to just talk about the police and like what the fuck, without all that.
Well, talk. What about the police? Start.
Well, I mean, at the same time, I say there's been more murders by police this year than ever. Like, so that's something to talk about. Like, they're obviously out of control. You got the fucking Palm Coast sheriff calling it this war room. Like, why are we the enemy? That's my point. I ain't trying to make nothing about race or this or that. It's just I was happy because let's talk about the police.
Right. I can agree with that. And, I think it's just like, like you've said, I think it's like a us versus them. It's just so much separation. They really think that they're not human. And I think that's going to be the scariest part when this whole situation, comes to a head. Because like, I feel like the only thing saving us right now is there is a little compassion in the police. But when they get like robot police, it's going to be a little crazy.
Well, I feel like cops are isolated too, though. Like, when do you ever really see cops out? You know what I'm saying? When they really like besides working, what
You
do
know,
you
like
see
out at a bar,
our
out at like,
community
Yeah,
like
they'd be
any
at a
place?
bar getting drunk for sure.
I
But a
mean,
lot of times they isolated, like cops hang with cops.
Hmm.
They kind of move like,
Yeah, and even individually, they're not that bad. But with any group, when you get together, there's always that group gassing up. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So like, that's why I don't like the war room shit. It's like, oh, then that's like you go to the war room before your shift, and you go out and oh, we're all brothers in blue, us against them.
yeah.
That's what like slave owners they come up with
War.
the N word to dehumanize the person.
Yeah,
You know, the Nazis they come up with all these insults for Jews to dehumanize them. Like drug dealers call them basers, junkies, whatever, to humanize them.
that's facts.
So it's easier to treat this demonized entity like shit because it's not. Oh, this is John. This is Ty. This is Dave.
Yeah,
This baser. This whatever. You know what I mean? So yeah, that part.
I agree though. What you got for us?
All right, so he also wanted to talk about because we got these new iPhones. He wanted to talk about the predictive speech that they have and the brand new iPhone 14. Let him know.
Yeah, I remember I had a phone like at least like 10, 15 years ago, and like
With the T9?
no, after T9, like the smartphone.
Okay.
I used to have like an HTC because when Apple first came out, I wasn't buying Apples because those HTCs were nicer than. So, and like the Treo thing,
Yeah.
that I had that. But even then, like they had predictive text. And then the more you used the phone, it kind of got how you talked and those words would come
Yeah.
up.
It's kind of gotten away from that.
Yeah, now like it's always like if I type of, and I is right next to the O, it's always if or some other word. It's like who says those? It's always suggesting like words that,
Yeah.
and you'd be like texting and driving, trying to get it right, and
Hey, Ty, I don't know why for a second I thought he was about to say, and when I go to type nigger,
oh shit.
when I'm with my other group of friends,
it always keeps on changing it to nugget.
yeah, these damn nuggets these days, bro. Like what the f?
That remind me of Black Klansman. What?
Oh, man.
Yeah. So what's up with the Apple? Like, get it right.
Yo, I just want to let this be known. We talked about Chat GPT on episode 1, and now it's starting to pick up, and a lot of people are starting to talk about it and stuff like that.
They are.
And it's very dangerous, but it's also like, I wonder if we're gonna have to do a thing where there's 3 different like articles written, and one's written by Chat GPT, and I want to know if I could tell if it's written by Chat GPT.
It would probably be like the best one.
You know what that is, Chat GPT?
No.
I could be like, it's kind of hard to explain, but let's say if I was to be like, write an essay about Arnold Schwarzenegger, winning the strongest man competition. Boom, 5 seconds. If you would be like, write a 5-page paper. You could be like, write a 20-page paper. Boom. And it's gonna be a 20-page paper written about it, and it's not like plagiarized or anything.
Oh damn. So it's like an AI.
Yeah, and they're
Well-
pulling all kind of stuff together, and then just
But it's not like an AI though. I was listening to this thing about it. It's just strictly on algorithm because it doesn't know what it's typing. Even though like when you read it, you might think that something thought of that and put it down. It's just all algorithmed words based on the topic you give it. And when you use it, it does like a complete Google search of everything on that person, like all at one time, and pulls all those resources. It's like the ultimate Google search also. But and the thing I was listening to about it, it was like, yeah, it'll seem like it's the AI, like it knows what it's talking about, but it doesn't. It just knows the words, but it has no idea what the words mean, what it's saying.
So they created a smart dummy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's crazy. That's crazy and complex. Like,
But this
Yeah.
is just version 1 though, too.
But yeah, I think I could tell that it's fake though. It just doesn't have any love in it. You know what I mean? Like they can't make a joke. That's one thing I heard. Robots can't make a joke. I heard robots.
I don't know if that's true. Ever seen the AI robot Sophie?
I don't think that robots can flirt. Robots don't have any riz.
Nah,
But yo, the AI robot Sophie
L riz.
can cut jokes.
It's like I want an original joke. You know what I mean? Like I don't want you to recite something that you think is funny. Like, do they have timing, comedic timing?
Probably not. I don't know. That's still like version 1.
Timing is up there in comedy, man. If
You know,
don't
it's
have
like because they could be like, because it's like, all right.
What about an iRobot though? When Will Smith's all like, "Can you paint a portrait? Can you do this?" And then Sonny whips up the portrait.
I mean, that's a movie, number one.
Okay,
But you have seen that the AI.
that's a movie about the future.
But the AI does do the predictive thing. Like you can get there's like a Chat GPT images where you could be like, paint a picture of a mountain with wolves on it howling at the moon. Boom, and it's gonna do it. You can do one. There's where it's like, show me what humans are gonna look like 50 years from now. Boom, it's like all mixed people. And stuff
I've seen like a lot of like on like a I don't know whatever it's on, but it'd be like asking AI what this is. And then like it's got the pictures of it, like how will the world end? And then like they'll show you like 10 pictures,
Yeah.
something like that of it. You seen that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Heck
But
yeah.
all right, little Dave.
All right, so we got Tom Brady retiring question mark for the second time. You know
I think he's going to the Dolphins.
You think so?
what?
Mm-hmm.
nah, he's retired. And let me just kind of say that I'm officially retired today, just like Brady.
Retired from what?
I'm tired from work, man. I'm done.
Are you?
From your job?
Yeah.
Whoa, you're putting it out here like this? Like that? Is
Yeah,
this serious or you joking?
No, I'm dead ass.
Okay.
I mean, I don't like. You feel me? I ain't got everything figured out right now, but for the most part, I know that like it's just more. I feel like that's out there for me.
Yeah, you've been doing that for a minute too, right? Like
Yeah.
10 years, right?
Shit, I mean, all together, I would say like 13.
That's crazy.
That's a pretty good amount of time.
Yeah. But it's just a time, boy. I did a lot of thinking about it, and it's just not the life I want to live anymore. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
He said, I do not. That's
Yeah, 'cause
crazy.
I like to take it easy, man. Like,
I don't believe you or Tom Brady. I'm going to say that.
it's better. But you know, Tom Brady's wife was like, "I'm tired of this shit."
Man,
Yeah, he should have.
I mean, I don't know.
this
If
is
she,
going into a great topic, but I don't
Well, let's
fuck
talk-
his wife, bro. And it's like,
man, isn't that his baby mama?
Yeah, it is.
fuck his baby mama.
Man, maybe he loves that girl.
Okay, but then she should let him follow his dreams.
He been doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, then let me continue
It's like,
doing
come on,
that.
man. You won, bro.
He was overdoing it for sure.
Yeah.
No way. What do you mean overdoing it?
He comes
Like,
home
I'm
tired
playing
from
football.
He's practicing.
40-something years old.
Exactly.
So what do you want me to do, bro?
She's like, Tom, we got
Let
like
me play
a-
as long as I want to play. There's gonna be a time when I don't want to play anymore.
I don't know, man. Like, he got to give that up if he wants to keep it.
Yeah, he's just too.
And he got like kids. Like, I'm sure he's not like. I don't
been
know.
had
Maybe
kids.
he is like super busy, but maybe he's ready to like have some family time, or she's ready for them to have some family time.
Oh no, for sure.
So I think that's reasonable.
I don't know, man. I think it's selfish of her.
Maybe he don't even be like hooking up with her. She's at the house, like, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta go throw this ball around. I ain't got time for you, girl."
Man, who cares about hooking up with her?
Just
That's his wife, bro.
Yeah, you gotta put in work.
Yeah, plus they're already like stupid rich. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he should have tried to fix that and just gave it up, honestly. Because I mean, he had a good run.
Yeah,
6 Super Bowls.
yeah, and plus, how did he do last season?
Not too good.
Exactly. Well, you want
He
to
went
like
to the playoffs.
Yeah, but you want to wait till you're trash to retire, or you want to
Well-
go out on a good note?
I'll tell you what he did do. The reason I think this is why he played this season is he now holds every quarterback record in the NFL. He used this season to like break everybody's record. Most passing yards, most passing touchdowns, most this, most that, most everything.
So he got it then.
Yeah, I know. I think that's another reason why he did it this time.
And he can still like do some football stuff here and there. It's like he'll always be like in football in some kind of way, for sure.
Hey, I saw the funniest meme, and I love it because this is like Flagler Weekly, and a lot of people around the world won't understand this. But somebody was like, imagine taking a stroll down the beach and you see Tom Brady retiring in the background. You see him, he was just down at the beach and he was like, hey, what's up, guys? You know, but everybody walks on the beach just like, hey, what the fuck's going on over there?
Yeah.
But that's funny as hell. What we got, bro?
You wanted to talk about
Yes.
Yes.
how you feel about like dating a girl with no friends.
Yeah.
And
Glad Tyus came here for this.
Gonna block out the camera here. And how long until you smash? Are you
Well, drop those one at a time, B.
No. This is a joint topic. So are you waiting?
We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, no.
Are you waiting to smash, or are you smashing and then getting into it?
So first, let's go with the first part of this one. And what was it again?
Oh, girls and their friends.
Okay, girls with no friends. Yes, I definitely think it's important that girls have friends. Like, I think it's very annoying, and I think it's also a yellow flag if she's like, I don't have any friends.
But John, how's she supposed to like be at her third job and like have dinner for you if she's out hanging with her friends all the time? That's all. I'm just gonna leave that there.
No, but that's not necessarily saying that they need to be hanging with them all the time, but they need to have female friends, like
Right.
on the phone. They can be on the phone.
Yeah.
I see my sister. She's on the phone. She cooks and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think they need female interaction. Because you can't give that to them, like, or it'll drive you crazy because it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they need that to get something off your shoulders, so you're not carrying that whole burden of all their stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I think it depends on the dude too, but I feel what you're saying for sure. Like some will be more adapted for that or not.
And
But-
just, yeah, I don't think everything's supposed to be talked about with your man. You know what I mean? Like, I think you're supposed to gossip about some shit. You know what I mean? Like, do whatever it is you want to do, but like, it's like, I don't give a fuck about what like some girl did at your job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's when they're talking to you about that stuff too. Like
What do you mean?
if your girl comes home and she tell you what happened at the job, that's because she just wants to talk to you about it.
No, she just wants to talk to somebody about it.
Well, yeah, but you're supposed to listen to that until one day they ain't telling you shit, and that's when they're about to be gone.
That's
Dave, did you hear what this guy said?
Oh,
Are we gonna say it? No, I'm not gonna say it right now, dude.
yeah.
But Dave, what do you?
No, I'm gonna say that's true. You know what I'm saying? Because
John, you're sitting here like, first of all, you bashing Tom Brady and his supermodel wife, like, fuck that bitch.
No, it's
And
not
I
that.
don't even
but
want to hear it, girl.
I hate what I hate.
More money than that.
What I hate is when a woman claims that she's super supportive of what you got going on, and then one day they're just like, "You should just stop doing this." It's like, bro, what you mean I should stop doing this? Like,
Oh, no,
I thought we loved this.
they don't care. They don't care about you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm like,
But
man. She don't
they're
give a.
supposed to care about their problems.
Her and her friends are saying, her and her friends are saying, fuck Tom. But like, I just feel like what were we talking about before? Oh, going back to where you said like let her talk to you or she's gonna leave you and whatever. Like, and that's what I'm saying. That's the problem right there, bro. Go talk to somebody else. You're gonna leave me because I don't give a fuck about what your homegirl said or some bitch that you claim is hating on you. Like, bro, or what outfit that they got on and they look like a hoe. Talk to your homegirl about that. And so we don't even need to have this problem because I really don't care. You know what I mean? Like, okay, we could talk about it a little bit or, you know what I mean? If it's whatever, but like, bro, don't, like, not every day I'm be playing the game or something. Like, yeah, you're not even listening to me. It's like, no, I'm not. The fuck? God.
No, I'm not.
I don't know, man. Like, if that's like your girl, though, that's like, a little different than like.
Dave's
feel
gonna
like-
be like, mm-hmm. And then what she say? Girl.
And what did you say then?
Yeah. No, see, I wouldn't. If it was me,
I told you not to trust that bitch.
Exactly. I ain't like her when we saw her that one day either. But it's probably good, man, because you should probably be, first of all, having multiple viewpoints other than just one person. And even though if you are like a dude that will listen to stuff, still like they're gonna want to have their own life too, you know?
yeah, I'm not saying like we can't ever talk about it, but like, yeah, you need other outlets. I can't be like you're gonna overflow me with all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like the little stuff, like come to me with the big stuff, like the big problems. You know what I'm saying? But the little stuff, you should be able to talk to your friends, because I think it's like a double-edged sword, because they can talk to 20 people about the same thing, but you're the only person that makes them feel better about
I can see
the
that.
situation. So it's like they could be saying the same thing you would say, but when they hear it from you, it makes them feel good. And that's what they need. And that's when you really, I think, have a woman, when what you say makes her feel better.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like they want to talk to you because you have that effect on them, and you start blowing them off all the fucking time. This, that. Next thing you know, some dude's gonna listen. Some dude's gonna listen. You know. And then next thing you know,
But
you out there.
I can see what you're talking about, but that's why I said I'm not talking about like big stuff. But if it's like some dude's gonna listen to her like gossip or whatever, go ahead then. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like we could talk about good topics and a lot of different things and stuff like that. But when it's just that like gossipy shit, but I think the whole point for me though was like it's a red flag if they don't have any friends, because I think more than just a gossipy thing, it's like you don't work well with others. You know what I mean? Like I almost feel like they have to be the center, or if they're not, or you know what I mean? Like they're the common denominator in all these situations. So it's like it's just a red flag to me, or a yellow flag, if I'm like, dang, like
Yeah.
nobody you can call on.
But if you don't have all female friends, what do you got? All dude friends? And what is that saying about you? When we talk about mentioning like a red flag, like
Oh,
It's that,
yeah,
it's that
yeah.
meme where
I
the girl
just
with all the
don't-
hot dogs hit her in the face.
I just don't get along with females. I feel like it's like that's a whole man. Like
yeah,
that's what that flag says.
I wouldn't even say that, but like I think I was talking to John about it earlier. It's like if you tell me you only hang with dudes, now I look at you like a dude. You move like a dude, so, and I know how dudes are. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to date no dude. So
That's a valid point.
Strong point. Yeah.
Yeah, what we got?
So last topic right here.
Like
This guy.
Wait, my bad. We only did the first part of that
Oh, yeah,
topic.
yeah.
What's the second part of that topic?
Oh yeah, you guys didn't talk about how long you should wait to smash.
Okay, so this is a great topic. Me and my boy Ty here were having a conversation earlier, and the question that came up is like, does it matter if you wait or not? Like, let's say it happens in like 1 week, let's say it happens in like a month, 2 months. Is there like, now my thought process, because I'm like, not even in like a bad way, I'm not trying to make it seem like this is like happening all the time, but I'm tired of like when you hook up with a girl early, and then that's when the feelings really start coming in, and that's when like she starts like really getting attached and everything like that, and then you guys find out that you really don't like each other, and then now I'm dealing with like we're constantly smashing because we like the sex, but we don't like each other, and then it's like this like annoying cycle and stuff like that.
that's very valid what you're saying right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it varies.
Can you put that on the floor? I don't want it to fall.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Bro, you kept on moving and it was like jiggling and shit like that.
John, that wasn't going anywhere.
Okay.
That's my mug, bro.
Okay.
Now, what was that saying?
You were talking about girls and if you should.
Oh yeah. I don't know if there's like a set time. I think it depends on the people, but I definitely feel what you're saying. because that sex will take over and you will overlook a lot of shit.
A lot of shit.
That maybe if you would have took a couple months, that you would have found that out before then. So, but then it depends. Are you really trying to like be with that person? Or are you just trying to smash and act like you want to be with that person?
Yeah.
Well, that goes into another point. It's like, I don't know. I mean, I know there's a difference between the two and stuff like that, but either way, and this is just me now, like, I just want to kind of like wait and just learn a little bit more about the person before the smash. But like, because it's like, I feel like not if I'm not trying to be with a person, but it's like, I don't know. I don't see like a chick being like fine enough for me to like want to smash, but then not like want to continue to fuck with. Cause like, dang, she's bad. You know what I mean?
So hold on, you're saying that you don't think there's a girl fine enough that you just want to bash right then?
And then just leave alone.
So you're looking for a relationship?
It's not even that. But what I'm saying, that's why I'm down to wait. Because it's like, and another thing, I feel like it's okay to date people if you're not smashing anybody. What do you think?
Oh well, yeah. I think it's okay to date people, but you talk.
Yes.
Even if you are.
But I mean, on the total subject though, I don't think there's a right answer, wrong answer to that. Like I feel like it's the same. Like whether you're hooking up with somebody and trying to fill them out, or not hooking up with them and trying to fill them out.
I feel like that comes with like the type of person you are, because if, like you're saying, like you could, like you feel like you could be smashing and filling them out and still walk away, like
Yeah,
that's
no,
it.
Sure.
But yeah, but then some dudes, like what he's saying, once that they start getting that, they ain't gonna want to.
Do you really feel like that though?
Oh yeah, man. I don't walk away from some stuff.
See, I guess that's
I hit the eject button.
yeah. That's like
That's some self-love, John.
that is like, man. I'm not even saying that I can't do it, because I can, but like,
But you know what? I don't think that's necessarily good or bad. It depends just on where you are in your life, what you're looking for.
well, I think it's like almost like a psychological thing for me, where it's like, if she lets me smash early, then I feel like she's gonna let everybody. But obviously, it's like, even I'm the one waiting, so some of them might have let me smash. You know what I mean? So I don't even really know where I'm at with it, but it's like, man, I don't know. Like, I definitely want to wait.
I don't think
Maybe it's a challenge for myself.
I don't think it's bad. Like,
And like, I feel like it's also like building up anticipation. I like that, like,
delayed gratification.
Because I do feel like Ty, and that's kind of my whole thing. Like right now, it's like trying to like pull in the fish. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. I'm kind of like letting it reel out, you know what I mean?
You enjoy the fight.
Yeah, then you like catch it, and it's like, all right, throw it back in.
The process. I meant,
You know?
enjoy the process.
So it's like, yeah, it's like the hunt. You know?
Yeah.
See, I think I don't like that as much.
And I will say this, I hate how like controlling, but not, it's like a sense of entitlement, but I almost kind of get it. But it's like, do you think they're entitled? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man.
What do you mean entitled? You're saying for the girl to like wait to smash you or not?
No, like, okay, after the smash, now it's like, oh, where you at? What are you doing?
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Well, I think if you smash them good, you might get that call.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But then that's that feelings, man. Women are different. You know what I mean? Like the feeling bonding is different with them.
Yo, and I'm gonna ruin this for you right now, real quick, but I'm not going to.
Do it.
In the movie You People, so like, they smash. You know what I mean? And then like the next morning, she's like, I don't normally do that with everybody. You know what I mean?
Did he smash? He ain't smashed first day, right?
It wasn't first date, but it smashed pretty quickly.
No, I know I saw enough to see that there was like a little dating montage
yeah,
when they
yeah,
first
yeah. There's
went
a
out.
little bit, but he smashed fairly quickly. You know what I mean? But she was like, just to let you know, we go together now. And I'm like, whoa, I'm triggered. Like,
Triggered.
I smashed, now we go together. And like, what if a guy said that? But that's a sense of entitlement that women feel.
Yeah, I think if a guy said that, it wouldn't. They'd be like, "Who's it? This stalker?
Right. So
You don't own me, John."
Yeah, narcissist.
it's almost like something that's like, it's agreed upon
Well,
to be like cool, consensual, just like friends or whatever. And then you smash, and then it's like, oh, we have feelings. It's like, wow. They just like, they real deal like think. Like, and then it's like, we were supposed to think that
okay,
way
look.
too.
Say you got a good girl. You know what I mean? She just ain't letting everybody bash. So now she finally, you've come to that climax threshold of, okay, I'm gonna let him hit. So now she's ready to go in. She's ready.
Yeah.
Wait, ready to go in what way?
Like with the relationship, she's ready to go. Like you've been working on that. She's building up, and I'm talking about a good girl now.
Mm-hmm.
She's waiting. Okay, I like this guy enough. I'm gonna let him hit.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's love, or whatever, you know. So I get that, but
Yeah.
I'm sure Jonah Hill was like, "Yes, ma'am."
Oh yeah. That was Lauren. Who was it? That was
Laura London.
Yeah.
She was, I don't know if I'm hating, but it's like, bro, she was a little chunky.
Like, is that new?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was like what, 15 years ago?
Well, not even that. And this is unfortunate, but like Nipsey Hussle, that was her dude, and he got murdered. So this is like, it almost looked like some like depression weight. And it's just like, you know, her, it's crazy because it looked like Jonah Hill was skinnier than her.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Did you see the movie, you people?
Nah, I ain't seen it.
Oh, I saw the movie. Did you saw
I saw a little bit. I saw that she wasn't as big as him.
She was, bro. In the comments, if anybody, I appreciate it. We got 7 people in here. If you guys can share this, please, we can get like 14 people in here. If everybody watching will just share the podcast. But let me know, who was bigger, Lauren London or Lauren London or
was bigger?
Jonah Hill? I'm telling you.
Did you see the movie?
Yeah.
But I think he was kind of fat because he had gotten like way skinnier.
He was.
Because he
And
was
she
like,
was bigger.
He was really fat, and then he got skinny, and then he seemed a little kind of chunky again in this movie.
Man, I'm just telling you what I seen, dude. And I like Lauren London. She's cool. You know what I mean? But yeah, that is what I want to talk about. Oh, something else that I wanted to talk about that I heard from this one dude, and he said there's no such thing as dimes. Now, what do you think about that?
Nonsense.
Do you think you've seen a dime?
Probably. And also, too, like, that's an awful harsh judge. Like, ain't no dimes.
Well, he means like basically the total package. That's what he's saying. Like dimes, like a girl that's like an all around 10. Looks, attitude, all that. Like,
And this goes for guys too. I don't want the ladies to feel singled out or anything like that. But just for everybody around, like if they're looking for a 10, like let's say you're an 8. That's not that bad if there's no such thing as 10s.
I hear you. But let's say the girl is an 8. But that's like your girl. And then after a while, maybe she could like, and it's going well. Maybe to you, she could be a 10. You know what I mean? It's subjective.
Nah, man.
yeah.
Nah, I'm not even gonna entertain that one, dude. You're a 10 to me, babe.
That's true, bro. Because, I mean, if you really don't like that girl that much and you don't think that, do you really like her that much?
Well, John, you name a 10. Like, who's out there, you know?
I was thinking like celebrities.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I think we were talking about, is Rihanna a 10? I think she's a 10.
Hold up.
But I think she's crazy though, so she might be like a 9.5.
Have you ever seen the hot crazy scale with that dude who's got the chart?
Mm-hmm.
It's like if the hotter she is, the crazier she is. You got to catch her in the proper zone of the hot, crazy zone.
Yeah.
And this is where we want to be at. Kind of crazy, kind of hot.
It's like 7.5 to 8.5.
Yeah.
And I'm with that. I'm with that zone. I love that zone.
I was at something to say. I forgot it. Like it was. Anyway, let's go.
You know what? I was talking to John before too. Like, I was thinking, you think a girl emotion, like how she acts, can be because of like if you're having hard sex with her or you're making love with her? Like, you think that maybe because it seems like maybe if you're having hard sex with a girl, it might make them a little crazy, opposed to like making love, like gentle and shit. Like,
I seen
That's interesting.
I seen a thing what was like if you make the girl have orgasm, there's certain neurotransmitters that are released, and then it associates that feeling with you particularly because you made those chemicals get released.
Do you think
damn.
And I think
So you like playing your fight almost.
do you think that's just with raw sex or with a condom too? I was about to say something, but I was like, I wouldn't know.
I don't know, man. I'm not a nerd. I don't know how.
Nah, but for real, like,
Yeah, but I think it's both to answer your question, Ty. Is because if you could like bring both of those, then those chemicals are gonna be getting released, and then they're gonna be claiming you, and
So-
then
It's a lose lose. Basically, it ain't no.
or it could be a win-win.
Yeah.
Depending how you look at it. Depending if you're trying to camp out or what.
we've been wanting to talk about this too. I've said for a little bit that the female marketplace is kind of like the housing market when there's like it's not the right time to buy right now. Like I feel like there's a large movement going on and it's like it just is pretty ridiculous, you know what I mean, where a lot of women are feeling similar ways where it's like the whole we're not your mother type thing. We don't have to cook, we don't clean and stuff like that.
I don't.
Right, exactly. And then it's like we
Hold up, real quick. That's the Cardi B song, right?
Yeah,
I seen a video where they're like, "I don't cook, I don't clean,"
Oh, shit.
but then there's a clip of her in there cooking dinner for Buddy.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, you do cook and clean, but see that's effed up because now you're putting that out there,
Right.
contributing to like what you're talking about.
And so I'm not saying that like they have to cook and clean and stuff, but what I am saying, see this is the great point that I'm trying to say. You don't have to cook or clean, but you also like I don't have to marry you. You know what I mean? Like you could do whatever you want. It's just like me, like if I wanted to be like a drug dealer, that's fine, but like girls don't want to be with a drug dealer. Like you could do whatever you want. But like girls almost want to do what they want and then be mad that like you don't accept them. So it's like they'll call you like fat phobic if you don't like Lizzo or something. It's like I'm not allowed to like not like fat girls or something like that. Like it's crazy. Not even not like them, but not be sexually attracted to them. And it's like, so I say all that to say, I feel like right now there's going to be a great exodus. Like I really feel like the next like 20 years, it's going to be a lot of like alpha male and good looking women having sex and having kids and having babies and having families. And a lot of like this, like, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that. But like, I mean, like, say lesbian and gay people, they don't have babies. You know what I mean? So I feel like those ideologies, I don't want to say they're going to die off, but it's like, do you understand what I'm kind of saying? It's like, it's crazy because these people, and by these people, I just mean everybody in general. I don't mean gay and lesbians or whatever, but they're putting these different points of view out, but I feel like the only ones actually having sex, this goes back to your point where you said like 20% of the men are having sex with 80% of the women.
Yeah.
And so it's like all those other people talking shit and stuff like that. Like that's why it's funny. Like
Well, that's that gassed up culture.
yeah, it's like bro, all that shit's cool and stuff like that. But you over there, come with me. You know what I mean? Like
This is talked about a lot on like a lot of different podcasts and stuff. Like like Kevin Samuels, that's like a topic of him.
mm-hmm.
But you got say like a girl is like a 6, and you got a whole gang of like dudes that are 2s and 3s, just you're a 10. I can't believe it. You're beautiful. Now that 6, she ain't gonna fuck with those dudes. Now she wants to just screw with dudes that are out of her league, and then he dig his hit and leave but she believes that everything she's doing is right because she got all these other people telling her how perfect she is. But then the other guy, the smaller group of guys, they got options because 80% of the girls are hollering at that small group.
Yeah.
And that goes into contributing to like what you're talking about. Oh, I don't need to cook. I don't need to clean this and that. That's all like social media just gassing, like is making people not in reality. I'm not saying like a girl has to cook and clean, but that's a bonus for sure. Especially these days, I feel like every relationship I ever been in, I have cooked and stuff.
Well, I'm gonna say this, like, and this is kind of the hard part. And this is the part. It's like you're like, I'm not gonna. Okay, boom. This is perfect. You're like, I'm not gonna say a woman has to cook or clean, and I'm not saying that you're just saying that because I also just said it, but I want to clarify my point. It's like a woman has no problem being like, yeah, a man has to provide. Yeah, he has to provide, or I'm not going to get with him. I'm not going to get with the man who's not providing. Yeah, I'm not going to get with a woman who doesn't cook or clean.
That's what I'm saying. That's your choice. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like, but I would rate. I think characteristics get grouped together. If you do know how to do that stuff,
Yeah, but I also am going to cook and clean, like you said. But yes, they do.
but you don't have to wife them up at the same time. Just because you can hit, don't mean you got to stay with them. Like, and they'll learn that. Why can't I get a guy? Well, because you listen to these idiots online saying you're great and you suck, and then you actual good guy, you're tripping, and I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, and then you wonder why you're single.
That's a fair point right there.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Speaking of that goes like if you're like a better girl, you're gonna know how to cook, you're gonna know how to clean, you're gonna probably have a decent job that you hold down, and you're not positive characteristics. I think go with that versus like I don't have to cook. Okay, so you're good at justifying what you don't have to do. You're good at justifying what you're talking about, saying you're right about everything, you're wrong about everything, because that's what you think. And then I think you'll get what you get, and then maybe they'll learn, maybe they won't, because they're not gonna end up happy either though.
Right.
So yeah, don't wife them up. Tyus?
Yeah, man. It's a lot of things I want to say about this topic, but I don't want to go too deep in it, so I'm gonna keep it broad. But like, I think our society right now wants people to be unhappy. So it's a lot of stuff that society is trying to push in everybody's head, men and women, to keep you unhappy because unhappy people consume. They, go out, they spend money, they shop, spend money, they just consume. You know what I'm saying? It's better to keep people unhappy than happy. You know what I'm saying? Once you're happy, you're thinking clear, you're doing the things you're supposed to be doing, things are doing great for you. But, people don't make money off of people like that. So
I hear that. That's what you're talking about, retiring and chilling out too. Because that's
Yeah.
how where I'm at right now. Like I don't need to buy nothing. I don't even give a shit now.
no, care less. Yeah.
I might get dressed and look nice, but I almost might look like a hobo at the store at the same time because I want to dress appropriately. But as far as being a consumer and feeling like I need to buy this, buy that, like I'm dropping out, man. I dropped out. So yeah, but I feel like what you're saying is definitely true. I feel like that's just like another like larger kind of attack to
Yeah.
milk America
And this goes for the same thing for the boys, I'll call them too. Like pretty much like just bashing women and like that's why I'm not bashing them. I'm saying you can do whatever you want. I respect that, but I'm just saying what the future looks like. The guys who bash women and the women who bash men, it's like they're gonna fall by the wayside because I see there is a lot of that independent stuff, but a lot of the like women who are getting married are like okay with they're like there is a lot of women who are like I'm okay with like with the system going on and stuff like that, like you know what I mean, they're like speak for yourself, sister.
Are they okay with it though, John, or is that just a
I saw a funny meme where it's like where all the feminists are gonna be when World War III starts, and they're like cooking in the kitchen, like cleaning the toilet and stuff like that, like washing the clothes and stuff like that. Like, and I'll just add a little bit of sugar in here for the biscuits. It's funny as hell. They're not gonna be on the front line, but that's okay though. Like, I don't want my girl on the front line. I want her at home with the family.
yeah, yeah? That just goes right along with the characteristics of what you want to have if you're wifing somebody up.
So you said we had one more point on there.
Yeah, so this actually like a little bit of beef between me and this guy right here.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
He calls everything the FD. Like
Oh.
anything it's the FD, you know?
Oh, the Family Dollar.
The dollar store is the FD. The Dollar General is the FD. Dollar Tree FD.
Yeah.
We don't even go to the Dollar Tree, but I bet if we did, you know what you call it?
The
The
FD.
FD.
The FD. Yeah, or the DG.
Nah,
I
you say
I fuck with the Dollar General, and it's crazy because I like the Dollar General better than the Family Dollar, but I still say it the other way. I feel like the Family Dollar is like a slightly imitation Dollar General, but kind of the same thing, and they're both kind of generic anyway. So it's like the second level generic. So that's
I
it.
can understand.
But I got that from Icy anyway, because one day she was like, "Oh, my mom buys a DG," and that's been in my brain since. But I had one more topic too, though. Talking about well, Congressperson from Florida is putting in a bill to have Florida be an open carry state.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
It is. He was saying that like that's a Second Amendment. That's a guaranteed right. Why should you have to
Fill out paperwork.
fill out a paperwork, pay a fee, like get that overlooked when that's already your right? And I agree with that. I'm not into anything that limits the Constitution.
I just like, these bills and stuff like that. They're great, but I really do feel like there's just a little bit too much oversight and like things are just iffy. You know what I mean? But what do you think about it?
I think less oversight is better.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's also too like kind of a local topic as well, like that kind of segues into because they were trying to ban this book called About Alice, I believe it's called, and then the Flagler School Board voted not to ban it, which is great because I don't like any censorship whatsoever. So
what's the book about?
I didn't read the book, but it said it has something about like sexualizing girls or I don't know. It was something about sexualization of females and maybe like teens or something like that. But it's like I think from like a feminist point of view anyway. But I still don't agree. I mean, if it's already been out, and this ain't even a new thing. It's an older book. So it's not like it's some new controversial thing where they're like, oh, fuck kids or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's already been out. And there's way worse stuff out already. So why screw with something that's already old and out anyway? Because, Nazis used to ban books. And your boy Peter Schiff, right? There's already been like 2 books banned. Like, I think The Catcher in the Rye and Peter Schiff's dad wrote a book on not paying taxes and how you're really legally not obligated to. and they banned that book.
That's crazy.
And this I'm talking about like a federal ban, which was effed up. And his dad like never paid taxes, but he kept talking about it and talking about it. And eventually they were like, "Man, shut the fuck up, we're banning your stuff." And I think they put him in jail also. Oh, and by the way, Peter Schiff liked one of our posts.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
Yeah, that was dope. You know Peter Schiff?
No.
He's like a money guy. He talks about a lot of stuff. It's good. I'm gonna show you some
Yeah,
stuff.
he like I don't know if you ever seen this, but during the Wall Street thing, he was walking around with a sign that's like, "I am the 1%. Let's talk." And he's been on Rogan, and he's an interesting, smart guy. He's been on Rogan a couple times.
Yeah, he talks about like the stock market.
He hates
and
crypto.
federal rates, and all this stuff, and different money and gold, and different how things are looking and the
Yeah.
trends and stuff.
He loves gold and hates crypto.
So, just want to read something from one of our sponsors. This podcast is sponsored by our good friends at Sunshine State Heating and Air Conditioning. When your system is on the fritz and you need your AC serviced or replaced, let Sunshine State Heating and Air Conditioning provide you with a free in-home consultation. They're a 5-star rated business and have been servicing Palm Coast for close to a decade. The best part about choosing Sunshine State Heating and Air Conditioning is that they guarantee their work. Whether you get a new system or join their annual performance maintenance club, you get a peace of mind with your investment. Their guarantees range from a full 100% satisfaction guarantee to a lifetime warranty on parts and repairs. That's crazy. Give them a call today to schedule your free in-home consultation, request service, or to speak directly with their amazing customer success team. The number is 386-627-5500. Again, that's 386-627-5500. Give them a call and also click on the link at the top of this post in there. Follow them, support them. They support us.
Yep.
Before we do get out of here, Dave, we said that we want to talk about moving to Saturdays.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start doing live podcasts on Saturdays, and we're also gonna do food reviews on that day. But we're gonna edit; it's not gonna come out till later. But
Yeah.
that's
yeah,
exciting.
Yeah, Saturday is going to give us a lot more time. Like you're driving here from out of town, and this is after work. You get up at like 6 a.m.
Yeah,
We're going hard. So if anybody notices any like laxed energy,
Yeah.
it's because this man already been at work 8 hours, drove to Palm Coast.
yeah.
We're a little-
I'm like an outside lifting heavy things job.
Yeah, and the food reviews are doing real good too.
Yeah,
And John the Fry guy's doing real good.
John the Fry guy.
Yeah, I can't wait till we do the next food review. Also, I'm gonna, yeah,
Ty. So from like an outside perspective, and since you're about to go back to your place or whatever, so I appreciate you coming on the podcast. But can you give us like your opinion of how the podcast is going along? Like this is episode 9.
From outside looking in, I think it's doing great. You know what I'm saying? I think y'all have a good chemistry, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's changed a lot so far. I pretty much watched every episode, so a lot of the topics have changed. I seen y'all trying to move a little from locally stuff to a little bit more broad span, you know what I'm saying? Because at first it was a lot of local, which isn't bad, but it's just, I'm seeing,
Topic growth.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
why today I wanted to kind of like almost do like the local stuff because there is Flagler Weekly, and we got to like keep Flagler in the mix about.
Yeah, and there's some cool local stuff going on.
Yeah,
And one thing I will say is they found out some information about that killer whale that washed on shore. So I'm gonna do some research and then get back to us next Saturday on what's really going on with that. Because I suspect foul play.
still.
Yeah. Because they said there's some stuff going on. I just didn't read the article yet.
Ooh, I'd be excited to hear about that because you were pointing some fingers.
yeah, that is a little weird though.
Yeah.
Freaking-
But can I talk about the podcast too? Like we're like growing, like being on the camera is different. Like it's easy to try to ignore, and like if anybody like judges it, it's like get on camera. Like it's because this isn't even real to me. You know, I feel like from the episode 1 to this one, more of like actual me is coming out.
We talked a lot smoother on this episode.
Yeah, and I think we just keep going. You know, we're gonna keep going, and it's just gonna start flowing better. And I noticed we had a lot less dead time this time. I mean, it was pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy with how it's going.
All right, guys. Well, appreciate everybody coming through. I think we killed it this episode. Ty, you want to give any shout outs before we get out of here?
Nah, man.
Nah, screw y'all, man. Me, I don't want to give none either, man.
Nah,
I want to shout out like everybody who keeps watching and people who share. You know, people like I ran into someone the other day and they offered some constructive criticism, not in a rude way, and I was open to it. I was like, yeah, thank you, man. Yes, I want to hear what you have to say. And they watch regularly, so I appreciate that.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so shout out to them.
You know, I'm definitely gonna say shout out to everybody, but appreciate everybody coming through, and definitely, like we said, we're moving to the Saturdays. But thank you everybody for supporting us. Keep on following us. Share it. Tell everybody. Tell a friend and a friend to come through. Let them know Flagler Weekly's here to stay. Peace.
Yeah.